goal. Chris Jostrom, when the goal went in, definitely claimed it, so maybe we'll just go with that for now. But again, the reserves played fairly well. We probably got a couple of minutes before we got kick-off here. The two teams are just warming up, going through their paces. The referee, Jackie, is just having a bit of a break, and once he comes back onto the ground and calls the respective captains in, won't be far away from a start. And as I say that, he's just walking back on the ground now. So a couple of minutes' time, a very important game, obviously, for Savoy, who at the moment sit atop the table in Division 2 Sunday Amateurs. Savoy currently on 33 points. Southern Knights are on 28, but Unley United, whose game 2 weeks ago was stopped at the 70-minute mark due to an incident. I heard last night that the Sassel have actually given that game to Unley, but the other team involved, Modbury, have got 7 days to appeal. So if that stands, the ladder would be Savoy 33, Unley 29 points, Southern Knights 28 points, Elizabeth Vale 25, and West Beach 24. So still pretty tight at the top, even from first to second. It's only 4 points, so Savoy can't afford to slip up anywhere in the next 4 weeks if they want to get the ultimate prize and also that promotion to Division 1, Terry.
Yeah, and look, people look at the table and might see Rowe Park down towards the lower end of the table, but that, as we know, adds a bit of motivation to them because they're fighting for survival.
Yeah, I watched the first encounter between these two sides at Rowe Park, and the first 20 minutes, Rowe Park were very sharp. They probably after about 4 minutes, they probably should have been 1-0 up. Their striker just couldn't control the ball, and he only had the keeper to beat and sort of just couldn't keep his composure. But they were very competitive the whole game through. Savoy, once they scored a goal, looked relatively comfortable, but the first 20 minutes in the first fixture of the season between these two teams, Rowe Park looked more than a decent side. So unsure what sort of a side they've put out today. We've got the names here, but we don't really know what's happened in the last couple of weeks. They've had a couple of heavy defeats in the last couple of weeks, so we're not really sure. Speaking to one of their officials before the game, he said that they've a couple of first team players have come back into the side, so probably expecting a better showing from them today than they have in the last few weeks from the Rowe Park people's point of view. But obviously we make no bones about the fact that we're both Savoy committee people, so if the call's slightly biased towards Savoy, well, we make no apologies for that, really.
And
that's just the way it is.
A change for Savoy today with club stalwart Reece Gillette coming back in the centre of defence, pushing Tate Brook out wide and Isaac Crowe further forward. That's Daniel Spadavecchia misses out there due to work commitments.
Yep.
And but look, it's some might say it strengthens it, but the depth of the squad at Savoy is very good.
Yep. Almost ready to get underway here. Referee Jackie is just about right, just waiting on the other linesman from Rowe Park. And Rowe Park will have the kick-off. Their number 9 in Dorian will get the proceedings underway, and we are off. Rowe Park turn the ball over immediately to AJ in the middle of the park. Samuel Spadavecchia on the ball. Higginbottom to D'Agostino. He looks inside, nothing much there, covered, goes back to Gillette. Gillette first time ball through to Jack Scoot, who tries a speculative chip over the keeper, which was probably on. If he had got it on target, he probably would have scored.
It was a nice effort there. The keeper either knew it was going by or was stranded.
Yeah, it was a nice ball through from Reece Gillette too. For first touch of the game, split the Rowe Park defence wide apart.
Couple of weeks in, couple of weeks off, and straight back into it.
Yep. Jack Binion is the goalkeeper for Rowe Park. He plays at out to the right back. Ball's in the middle of the park. Rowe Park trying to get control of it, but Gillette goes to Dom Kane, who goes to D'Agostino on the left wing. Inside again, they look to Scoot. He's double teamed very quickly. Higginbottom goes all the way back to his other captain in Dom Kane, who goes to the keeper in Nathan Brook. Back to Kane. Savoy using this left-hand side exclusively in these first couple of minutes. Higginbottom gets caught on the ball from the Rowe Park number 9. Well covered there by the Savoy defence. Bit of a scramble, but they got away with it. Nice through ball. A little bit too much on it from Johnny Labrino. Binion, the keeper, out quickly and cleared that into the grandstand here. Nearly took a couple of people out eating their squash dog.
And Savoy looked comfortable in possession straight away. They looked settled on the ball, maybe a little bit too settled there in that.
Yeah. Tate Brook with the long throw. Nice touch from Isaac Crowe. Spadavecchia back to Crowe. Not a very good pass that time from Crowe. Gets turned over. Immediately turned over again. Higginbottom goes to AJ, who lets it go when he probably should have maybe taken a touch, but D'Agostino on the ball. He goes to the byline, but that's covered well by the Rowe Park defender, and that'll be a throw-in for Savoy.
Savoy using the whole width of this ground here. It's they seem to be spreading it side to side very well. Possibly a little bit more than what they used to in previous games, but yeah, they're comfortable in possession. Looked like the side on the front foot straight away.
Long throw specialist Higginbottom does just that. Scoot gets a good header on it, but just goes over the crossbar. For those who are listening exclusively on the radio, Savoy are kicking to what we call the hospital end of the ground, and Rowe Park are kicking towards the swimming pool end for those people that know Port Pirie. Those that are lucky enough to be watching it on Facebook will be seeing the vision as well. Higginbottom goes up the left-hand side. Nice cut back to Labrino. Doesn't quite control it. Gets the ball back again. He's in the box. Beautiful chip crossover. Higginbottom puts it back in, but I think the ball was already out for a corner. So that cross must have come off of one of the Rowe Park players. AJ will be taking a corner for Savoy. Gillette makes his way into the box. That's where it goes. Crowe stepping backwards, couldn't quite get the purchase on the header that he wanted. And Savoy getting the ball into their box 3 or 4 times already in this first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Savoy on the front foot here, as you can see they're starting to get on top in the midfield straight away. And putting the pressure on Rowe Park early.
Long kick from the keeper from Rowe Park, headed by Gillette, and Dom Kane just pushed the ball up the line so he can get his midfield and defenders reset and try and turn this ball over and catch Rowe Park on the break. 15 for Rowe Park is Cooper. He'll take the throw in. He looks to go to Dorian. Doesn't quite control it. Cooper again now has the ball at his feet. That's a better distribution. Labrino puts him under pressure. Gets the ball back to Crowe. Crowe goes to Samuel Spadavecchia. He had a little bit of a slip and turned the ball over there, but lucky enough for him, Tate Brooks won it back. But again, Dorian got in there and won it back again. Samuel Spadavecchia gets in there, and some really good hustle and bustle there from Savoy. But once again, the ball's got turned over, and it's just a quick ball forward. Has found Scoot one-on-one with his play. He gets past one. He's just inside the box. Let's go with a shot, and absolutely nailed it in the top right-hand corner. That is a great goal from 30-goal man Jack Scoot. That's his 30th for the season in round 15. So to absolutely get that ball on that right-hand side, Terry, beat one man, still had the pressure of that man, and just curl that ball into the top corner. You pick whatever goalie you want to put in there. No one's saving that.
I just thought when he cut back inside there, John, I was thinking, the defender knows he's left-sided. I thought he was going to look for AJ, but
I'm not sure if that defender does know he's left-sided, to be honest, but that was an absolute cracking finish from Jack Scoot.
That's one of the goals of the season there, John.
And the beauty was, from the commentary box here, we were absolutely right behind it, Terry, so it was beautiful to watch. And as we speak, Savoy again go forward. D'Agostino with a quick crossover, but that's going to go out for no. Yes, it has gone out for a goal kick. So
kept himself onside there initially, which it wasn't an easy thing to do.
No.
Kept himself onside, cut back inside, and for those that was watching, you were probably straight behind it.
Hopefully, everyone on the live stream would have enjoyed that. If anyone's got any comments, just message myself or Terry, and we'll try and give a few shout-outs. But great start for Savoy. 1-0 up after 8 minutes. That's exactly what Coach DeJoy would have wanted. Get the side settled. Make sure they keep their head. They've just got to approach these 4 games like they do any other game. That respect the opposition and just put the pressure on. Another long throw from Higginbottom. This time Samuel Spadavecchia.
Great
beautiful header and a good save from Binion. He's a good keeper, Binion. I saw him in the fixture the first time around. He made some cracking saves then, and that ball was going in. If he didn't get his hand to that was another goal.
Yeah, it was well won there by Samuel. And as we've been saying, I think Savoy's settled very well.
Yeah,
they're in their rhythm early, and they don't look nervous, which
Labrino
is a good thing.
With the corner goes short. Probably not his best effort, but enough to force the Rowe Park defender to put it out for another corner. Commentary box side, Johnny Labrino. That's a much better corner. Rowe Park defenders get to the ball first, though, and now we'll have a corner from the other side, which is usually taken by AJ. So
Gillette looking hungry here on these corners. He was
the closest Savoy player to those 2 Rowe Park players. So if he had made his run a bit quicker, he could have.
He's darting in and out here.
Rowe Park have probably got 1 big defender, but the rest they're not huge, but they're not big either. They're not small either. Okay, another corner across. It comes out. D'Agostino headers it back in. Labrino headers it over the top. Miss kick. Crow shoots, goes straight, hits the keeper straight. Another good save by the keeper, you must say. He put himself in the right spot. Crow again trying to put pressure on. Gillette intercepts. He goes to Higginbottom. Higginbottom tries his luck. Ball comes loose, but that's one thing I must say. The two areas, the penalty areas, the ground has suffered a little bit from frost, and there's some quite bumpy patches around the 18-yard boxes, and that proved it just then around the 6-yard box. Binion was right behind it, but it bounced up and caused him a few problems. So one to keep an eye on. The other end is probably worse, where keeper Nathan Brook is at the moment. If you see it on the TV, you can probably notice it right now how patchy it is. Anyhow, Labrino's got the ball on halfway. He goes wide to Crow. Crow goes inside. First time ball from Higginbottom to Labrino, but just way too much on that, and that's gone out for a throw-in to Rowe Park.
And the Savoy midfield are getting busy here. Ben Higginbottom's had plenty of it. Samuel Spud, Johnny Labrino, Isaac Crow, just all getting busy through the middle, which has been the strength this year of the side.
Throw into Rowe Park. Reece Gillette just clears that ball, and it's gone out for another goal kick.
They're going short every time here, Rowe Park.
Yeah, they
playing
are.
it out, so they're still trying to play their football even though they're under pressure.
Not sure who number 7 is. We don't have him on the actual team sheet. Labrino from Kane gets the ball. He goes inside to Scoot, who lets it go. I think he was thinking AJ was going to run through. Just a touch here will be a goal, but nice little header there from Johnny Labrino. Keeper was well off his line and had that covered. Very well done again by the keeper. D'Agostino wins another header. That goes to the captain for Rowe Park in Cottrell. Cottrell tries to go wide, and he's won himself a throw-in, which will be taken by Burmeister. Right in front of the Savoy dugout. Cottrell again has the ball in the middle of the park. He comes across. Again, Rowe Park turned the ball over. Spadavecchia, Higginbottom, out wide on the left to AJ. He's up against Burmeister. He think he's going to take him on. He wants to take him on. He comes back inside to Labrino, who's all by himself. Chip over to Crow. Not a bad effort. Higginbottom just couldn't. If he had made good contact, it was well done by Crow, who just got his foot to the ball. It dropped to Higginbottom, and he had every right to have a crack at it. It's gone out for a goal kick. So again, I think this time they're going to Rowe Park are going to do the traditional goal kick from the goalkeeper out of the area, and that's probably why they've been playing it short. Burmeister gets the header to AJ, to Higginbottom, back to AJ. Savoy look to change the attack to the other side. Gillette to Labrino. He'll go back to Gillette, who goes back to the captain in Dom Kane. He looks up. Not much movement from Savoy now. So they go back again to Gillette. Again, out wide on the right to Johnny Labrino. Savoy being patient here, just trying to get an opening there. And the Rowe Park forwards and defenders have all got behind the ball and trying to clog up that middle area for Savoy. Samuel Spadavecchia finds a small gap and has drawn himself a free kick for an obstruction.
There's good patience there from Savoy on the ball. They're not looking to hit it long, or they're playing their game. But again, good structure from Rowe Park. They're holding a good line and not trying to all push up. So yeah, good play both sides.
Labrino goes out wide to D'Agostino. AJ on Burmeister again, looking to take him on this time. Nice little chip ball in, beautiful ball in. Falls to Samuel Spadavecchia and he scores. That was very, as Terry said, the patience at the back was good. The ball went out wide. AJ shaped 3 or 4 times as if he was going to take his man on. He chipped the ball in. It was a great little fend off by Jack Scoot to just actually hold his ground. The ball come off of either him or the defender, fell straight to Samuel Spadavecchia, and I dare say Samuel Spadavecchia from 10 yards out, with only the keeper to beat, is going to hit the target more times than not, Terry. So that's, after 13 minutes, Savoy have gone to a 2-0 lead. Again, Rowe Park, they're not, they're a decent side, but it happens a lot that, the balls come in the box, and a lot of times it's the quality of the finishing that's the difference between sides. And Savoy have been lucky enough this year; they've got a couple of good finishers, and they were the 2 that have scored today. They're probably the 2 best ones in Scoot and Samuel Spadavecchia.
I mean, you're seeing there from those that are watching. Yeah. Jack Scoot, 30 goals, but his strengths of playing, running on and with his back to goal.
Scoot is through a get-on goal, gets past one player, but tries to get inside his opponent, but just couldn't quite do it on that occasion. Savoy showing good patience in defence as well, and really inviting Rowe Park to do exactly what they did there and play it out, and they've turned the ball over. Spadavecchia, what's he given there? He's given a free kick. Yeah, okay.
Just maybe a little bit.
Fair enough. I couldn't see it, but maybe the people on screen saw it. Yeah. Something that I didn't see, but it's a free kick to Rowe Park, right on the 18-yard box at their defensive end.
We again just to clarify too that we haven't got VAR. It's only a live stream.
So again, Savoy almost tempting Rowe Park to play it out, and they're doing it, and they've been caught again. I just don't understand why these teams do this if they're not very good at it. Just get the ball out of the area. I know it's a 50-50 ball, but you're better off a 50-50 ball on halfway than just outside your 18, and you're constantly defending.
And the midfield are pressing here. You can see Ben Higginbottom, Johnny Labrino and Samuel Spadavecchia. They let them have it, then they squeeze them.
They do. So that ball's come from Nathan Brook all the way down to Tate Brook. Isaac Crow goes inside. He sees Labrino. Labrino looks up. He's got Higginbottom to the left. AJ again to the left. Higginbottom looks to go himself here. Gets into the box. Steps on the ball almost. Gives it to Spadavecchia, who misses with the outside of his right foot. Takes it off of Higginbottom's foot. And Savoy have won themselves another free kick. Rowe Park very aggressive in defence, which is fair enough, but that time just a little bit too aggressive. Now this is going to be interesting here as to who will take this. I'll probably put me money on Labrino, I'd say.
Yeah, I think
That's
Johnny
who,
Labrino, who's quite efficient in these areas.
Yes. A lot of times with these kind of balls, I mean, players do go for the spectacular goal and often sees the ball skied over the top. But I think a lot of times with these, I think the main thing is just to try and make the goalie save it, because from this range, a lot of times those balls come loose. A nicely worked play from Savoy. Oh, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It was a small ball inside, touched the Spadavecchia. Crow was on the run. The ball was slightly behind him. He did get a shot on goal, but credit to Binion again. Another good save, Terry. It was a well-worked free kick, though.
It was a well-worked free kick. Like, as we said, Johnny's had a few efforts this season where he scored, but they were on the go there. He took it quickly and
corner
great
to
effort.
Savoy. Labrino to take. He goes short to AJ. Plays it back to him. Tries a speculative shot, I think, on goal, but that's gone out for another goal kick to Rowe Park.
There's a good understanding and chemistry in the attacking third of Savoy, and
there is.
And
well, that's obviously
today.
something that's been rehearsed on the training ground, because that was the timing, and that was nearly perfect, almost perfect. It was good to watch. A rare foray forward for Rowe Park, but the ever reliable Dom Kane is there to snuff out that danger and allow his defenders and midfielders to get back. Again, we've got Cooper with the throw-in. He goes back to Syrizos. Again, the ball gets turned over. This time, Higginbottom's recipient to Crow. Nice touch by Scoot. Scoot looks for a through ball to AJ, but well done by the defender. And Scoot's given away the free kick. This time to the captain of Rowe Park in Cottrell. Not sure who number 7 is for Rowe Park. We don't seem to have him on the sheet. But he is their central defender. He's their second central defender. So he's got the free kick for Rowe Park. Nice deep free kick. Keeper from Savoy comes for it and grabs it easily. A little bit of pressure there from Prom, but he didn't trouble the keeper at all. Nice long kick from Nathan Brook. Good, well defended there by Burmeister. Scoot gets his head on it, but also gets cracked in the head as well. I think there's no way it was intentional, but it's a free kick.
It was a clash of heads there.
It was a clash of heads. I think it was Syrizos.
It's the one that you're not sure whether to go for, because you know you're going to hit heads, but you've sort of got to go.
I think he'll be unlucky if he gets a yellow card here. I think there was no malice. He was actually going for the ball. It's just that Jack Scoot's probably 6-7 inches taller than him.
Yeah, and all he done was poke his head at it. He didn't.
Yeah,
He had no arms.
Jack Scoot looks like he's all right. So yeah. I mean, and when you get hit like that on the head, it's that initial whack that you get that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a drop ball here, to be honest, because
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't. He'd seen the blow to see.
Oh, because it was a head injury. Yeah, no, you could be right. Yeah, maybe he didn't pay the free kick, or did he let the play go to see what happened and then has given the free kick?
And
well,
he's
we'll
he's
find
done
out.
well. He's checked with the player there.
No, he's given a free kick to Savoy. Okay, so
Labrino
over the ball. He's going to look to chip this over. D'Agostino's come from the back. Oh,
it's another rehearsed one.
It was. You could see that was rehearsed, but it's just the ball was a little bit too heavy. I was a little bit bemused there, Terry. With a head injury, the Savoy trainer actually came onto the ground, which by rights Jack Scoot should have gone off for that next play phase. But
that's right.
I'm not sure if the referee saw her or what. But anyhow, play on. Again, Rowe Park in their forward third are probably not as sharp as they are in the midfield and defence. The Savoy defence has turned that ball over quite a few times. Burmeister, right full back, looks like a decent player too. Cottrell on the ball, their captain, is a good player. Again, Cottrell makes a nice little 1-2. Tries to lay it off to his number 9 in Dorian, but Savoy again with the turnover. Labrino to Crow. Crow looks for the overlapping run of Tate Brook, who's put good pressure on there and caused a throw-in for Savoy. That was...
very well
Tate Brook
won.
didn't look like he had any right to get to that ball, but he did put enough pressure on there to...
twice he sort of got his foot in there, and now it's a throw for Savoy.
Tate Brook, another one who can get the long throw happening. And that's exactly what he's going to do. It's falling a little bit short of what the players thought. It's dropped down, and that's come straight towards the commentary box for a throw into Savoy. Beautiful day here. Sun's out, a few white clouds around, a bit of a breeze going towards the end that Savoy are attacking.
Have we got any shout-outs for anyone, John?
No, not yet, Terry. They're all too enthralled with actually watching the game as well as hearing the magnificent commentary from yourself.
Yep, that's good. I've got one here.
You have?
From a mate up in Brisbane. He's
Great.
listening and watching, so he said the commentary's going well.
Beautiful ball from Isaac Crow to Tate Brook on the right. Nice ball across, low hard cross. Rowe Park there to start with. Another hit from Labrino. Ball comes loose. Tate Brook. Oh, that's gone a little bit right. Our eyes lit up again there, Terry, as we're right behind that one. Tate Brook, defender.
He's starting to get forward this last 5 minutes.
He has, It's very good because on his side he's got Isaac Crow, who's normally plays in that position. So I think that there's a chance that they'll interchange it a little bit if he does an overlapping run. Crow tries for the early cross. The defender for Rowe Park didn't really make a good fist of that. Crow puts good pressure on again to Samuel Spadavecchia. Beats one, beats two, into the box. Higginbottom comes to Labrino. That's
goal kick.
That's gone for a goal kick.
Yeah,
Higginbottom was a bit unlucky again there. He looked to line up and the ball just wasn't there for him and it got blocked. So
that play from Samuel Spud again, when he comes in breaking the lines like he does there, he
causes a lot of problems.
He hits it at absolute full speed with great
I'm not
control.
sure why Rowe Park keep trying to play the ball out of the back, because they either turn it over within the first or second pass, or that one they've just put the ball straight out of play. Savoy. This time, Cerizos has put the ball out, and Higginbottom, the number one long throw, has again put it straight into the box. Labrino, beautiful little chip left foot back into the box, but it's gone to Rowe Park. Gillette gets there first. Nice little chip over from D'Agostino. The linesman had his flag up for offside. I think it was. I think they were both offside.
Yeah, they were both offside.
I think himself and Scoot were both offside.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure they've got an out ball here, Rowe Park. That's the thing that gets breaking down.
I mean,
as it goes right to the striker.
But if you wouldn't you? Yeah. If that's your problem, wouldn't you just push it out to the right so at least you can try and get control? Beautiful ball from Dom Kane to Crow. Crow goes up the line to Tate Brook, who's making a lot of overlapping runs. Didn't quite hit that like he should, but Samuel Spadavecchia did enough to get it. Crow, Higginbottom, Spadavecchia on the right again. He looks up, tries to beat his man. Ball gets turned over by Savoy this time, but again, Dom Kane, ever cool at the back, goes to Higginbottom. Back to Kane. Savoy look to switch to the left-hand side now. The evergreen Reece Gillette on the ball. Nearly turns it over. It does get turned over. Rowe Park, couple of nice little touches, but that last touch again lets Rowe Park down, and Kane is there again to mop up. AJ looks to put a through ball, but the right fullback in Burmeister he knows what he's doing. He reads the play pretty well and cut that off. Rowe Park through Cottrell. This time goes to Gilligan. He goes wide to Cerizos, but he's put the ball out of play for a throw into Savoy. So we've been playing 25 minutes. See Savoy 2, Rowe Park 0. A very important game for Savoy to maintain their hold on top spot in Division 2 Sunday.
And as we were saying about Tate Brook pushing forward, John, like he's shifted out there this week from his central position, so it looks like he's just starting to play his way into the game.
He is.
Playing in a wide, which is very good versatility for a few of the Savoy defenders.
Nicely won header from Gillette, who goes to Higginbottom. There's not much pressure being put on Rowe Park in the midfield. As we say that, Burmeister again has probably Rowe Park's best player to this point. Just touches it a little bit heavy and loses possession of the ball to D'Agostino, who goes to Labrino. AJ looks up. He'll go to Spadavecchia. He should go to Crow. He's heading out that way. Touches it to Crow. Nice little 1-2 here, but Rowe Park were awake to that. Cerizos was all over that, and it's gone out for a throw into Savoy. Savoy again with the long throw. Ben Higginbottom again will look for Scoot, I would say. Scoot is one-on-one. No, they go low. Crow. First time ball from Higginbottom, but can't get past the defender from Rowe Park. But that'll be another throw into Savoy. Tate Brook again on this right-hand side. He goes to Crow. Very good body work from Crow. Well, I thought that was very good body. Well, I thought he just held his own there, and but the referee has seen the free kick, so
maybe a slight nudge in the back, but there wasn't a lot in it.
When you've got one of the best referees in Sassel doing your game, it's hard to criticise, to be honest. No, I think he's up there with one of the best. Jackie.
Not only in Sassel, John, he's very consistent.
He is.
Played in higher divisions in the past.
He has. I think he's done some state league games, Yeah,
he's very good referee.
He is.
Very good official.
Keeps his cool. He's fair. So as we speak, the throw-in goes this time to Rowe Park on this left-hand side as we're looking at the ground to Cooper. Rowe Park trying to put some pressure on Savoy to get a goal back to get this lead back to 1 goal. It stands at 2 at the moment with Savoy scoring through Jack Scoot and Samuel Spadavecchia. Nathan Brook with the long clearance. It goes to AJ, but again, Burmeister it's done enough to get the throw in.
As we approach it's the half an hour mark.
Half an hour,
in the first half.
Burmeister sneaks a little bit, goes short to the centre forward in Dorian. He's won another throw in. Burmeister again will take the throw in. He's going to look for Dorian again, I think. D'Agostino there for Savoy. Dom Kane just with the first time effort, which could cause a few problems for Rowe Park here. Well done by the defender who got his foot to it. Under a lot of pressure from Crow and from Jack Scoot. Again, Savoy, great pressure there. But Rowe Park have handled that pretty well. And Burmeister again looks up the line, this time for Cottrell, who got to the ball first, and Reece Gillette has given away a free kick, which a few of the Rowe Park are asking for a yellow card there, which, to be honest, if one was given, you probably couldn't complain too much because he was through. Yeah, there were plenty of Savoy defenders to the left of him, but I've seen less than that give a yellow card.
Yeah, it was very professional, you could say. He's
Rowe Park with the free kick. Ball goes into the box. The keeper comes out, gets a nice punch on it. Tate Brook clears the ball straight away. Crow doesn't quite get to it. Rowe Park on the ball now. Again, a nice ball out to the left to Voigt from Cooper. but his effort to get across in was blocked by Higginbottom. Cooper again looking like he'll take the throw in. He'll go to Voigt. Back to Cooper. Nice little chip ball in. Gillette, the tall Gillette, gets to the header first. This time Higginbottom gets the header. Nice little ball over to Crow. He puts a quick through ball, but the keeper in Binion is well off his line and has got that covered pretty well. Rowe Park trying to play out from the back. Savoy putting big pressure on here. But Rowe Park did relatively well then to get that ball out to the left-hand side to Voigt. But again, Dom Kane's come up across. Against Dom Kane, and he did give Tate Brook a bit of a push then as the ball went past. So just keep an eye on that, because Tate Brook's not really one to take lightly to things like that.
So they're coming together again now.
They are. Cooper, this time he goes to Gilligan. Inside to Voigt, and there it was right there, Terry. There it was. So if like just what I said then about Tate Brook not taking kindly to that, it was a 50-50 ball, and Tate Brook is very good at, you give me one, I'll probably give you 1.5 back.
Yeah.
And then what that caused was frustration to Voigt, who then give away the free kick. So I must say that Tate Brook's temperament in the last 12 months has been absolutely spot on. He's still got that bit of fire in him, but he controls it very well these days.
Yeah.
Dom Kane with the free kick. Again, Rowe Park win the initial header, but then under pressure put the ball out for another throw in. We've been playing 34 minutes, 10 minutes to go. Savoy 2, Rowe Park 0. Long throw again, this time Samuel Spadavecchia on the right wing. Comes up against a couple of defenders and draws a throw in from Cooper. Savoy's forward line consists of Spadavecchia, Crow, AJ, D'Agostino's in there, Labrino's in there, and of course Scoot's in there. And the ball's been thrown in, bounced once and gone all the way through to...
The linesman flagged for a Rowe Park throw in there, which he was correct, but...
And he didn't give it?
No, Jackie told him to put his flag down.
Oh.
That's the other way.
Rowe Park won the ball in the midfield, but again, Gillette has got the ball off of Dorian.
But if anything, it probably could have been free kick in the back of Samuel Spud. So
Rowe Park trying to play the ball out. Surely that's given away a free kick to Savoy. I think he's played advantage there.
He has.
AJ on Burmeister, been a good tussle all day, them two. AJ carries the ball across the ground, then goes back to Gillette. He'll go to Kane. Kane looks up, goes inside in the middle of the midfield to AJ. Not much movement from Savoy in the forward half. AJ looks to put a ball through. First touch was heavy from Spadavecchia, but straight to the keeper. And I must say, another mention to Graham as the ball's been thrown out for an injury. Graham from Trax FM is an absolute legend. He does so much work for Savoy in these games, and himself and Darren together putting this today. And today we presented him with the Savoy scarf, and he looks the business in it today. Terry, have a look at him over there. He looks great.
He looks fantastic.
We appreciate everything you do, Graham. It's Trax FM. He is a big part of that organisation. So
provide a great service to our community here.
And the Savoy Soccer Club are very appreciative of the coverage that we get from Trax FM. So if you've got the opportunity to listen to Trax FM, or if you want to help them out with their with the upkeep, with a donation or anything like that, just go to their website, and all the information's on there. So Savoy as an organisation will be shortly a part of Trax FM sponsorship in the very near future. So if you're looking to get on board, if you're in Port Pirie and you want to support Trax FM, they do a great job for the community, and we're great to have a really good partnership with him. So just if you ever want to listen in, 105.1 Trax FM, get on it. So we're back in play now. D'Agostino goes inside to Labrino, to Samuel Spadavecchia. Rowe Park are really trying to clog up that middle. So they go back to Kane to Crow to Higginbottom. Out, beautiful ball out wide. Tate Brook again, as Terry said, getting deep. Beautiful crossover, maybe a little bit too deep. Goes all the way through to AJ. Takes a touch, has a hit, and that was a good hit. That wasn't far off, I wouldn't think. But again, credit to the keeper in Binion. He made a dive at that and didn't get to it. So I dare say he may have even had that covered, Terry. He's a good keeper.
He is.
He looks
the
goods.
He's and he plays a high line, knowing that Scoot's coming in, and
he takes the goal kick. Gillette wins the header. Labrino there to mop up. He goes back again to Dom Kane. Back to Labrino. Again back to Kane. Having a bit of getting the stats up. Turnover though. This time Gilligan goes all the way back to Burmeister. Again inside to Gilligan. Out to Burmeister. Nice little interplay from Rowe Park. Beautiful ball through from...
offside
there.
It
was offside.
Ooh. It was a lucky one.
It was, and I'm not sure the keeper would be wanting to do that too often, Terry.
No, did he get there? Or
I think if that wasn't offside, that the Savoy keeper could have been in a little bit of trouble there.
A little bit of strife.
Yeah. So it was the captain in Cottrell played a beautiful through ball. I actually thought he was onside, but
and he's not exactly heading straight at goal. So
no, the linesman had his flag up straight away, but the referee waited till the play had gone through and then called it. A deep ball from Kane. A nice header inside from Crow. Scoot had 3 on him. Ball comes to Higginbottom, to Crow. Back to Higginbottom. He'll go back to Labrino. Spadavecchia's up on the right-hand side. Crow's gone inside. Kane has the ball. He goes to Spadavecchia. Nice little touch inside. Gets hit by 2, Rowe Park. That probably could have been a free kick to Savoy for a sandwich, actually. But they maintain possession through Gillette. Nice ball to the corner, but Rowe Park defender is trying to see that out for a goal kick, and he does.
Yep,
so we've got, what, Terry, probably 6 minutes to play, I'd say?
Yeah, 6 or 7 minutes to play, plus injury. And I think that, looking at that there, Savoy have just got to get that width back. If we're watching the game here, they've started going a lot more central, which is Rowe Park's actually defending well by clogging up that space.
Yeah.
But Savoy's got to start getting that width as they played in the first 15 minutes.
A couple of shout-outs on the text line there. A stalwart of Southern Knights in Steve Leng. Hope he's recovering well. He's home with COVID, but he's I think he said he's listening to the game or he's watching it. Yeah, no, he's watching it on the live stream. So another mate of ours, Cozzy's driving back from Jamestown, listened to the game. So good to see that people are watching and listening to the game. Hopefully we're doing a decent job for them. As we speak, Rowe Park going forward again. Good work by their number 9. He goes inside. Tries to draw a penalty, I think, but wasn't successful. An early ball for Rowe Park, but the keeper's that comes out. The defender gets control of the ball, but blocked by Scoot. Half blocked, but not enough for AJ to be able to gain control. D'Agostino under pressure from Prom, but he goes back to Nathan Brook, who has the ball at his feet. Probably got 5 minutes to half time. Hasn't been one stoppage, so I wouldn't think there'd be too much extra time added.
And again, Higginbottom in the central position, picking up possession there.
Early ball in from Cerizos, but that's gone all the way through to keeper Nathan
Steve
Brook.
Ling said what was it? Have a good game. Hope he's win 4-5-0. Is that what he said?
No, not
sitting in
quite.
second?
No, he definitely didn't say that. But he does enjoy his soccer, Steve. He's a good lad. He's a good friend of Savoy. So we wish him the best in his recovery from the dreaded COVID. As we speak, Labrino has the ball at his feet. He goes to Samuel Spadavecchia. He comes out wide right. Again, Tate Brook making these overlapping runs, dangerous runs. Tries for a through ball to Crow, but the defender in Cooper was there. Again, looks up. A nicely weighted ball to Scoot, who gets a good header on it, but it's just a little bit wide. Probably couldn't get much power on it because he was going backwards. But it was a good shout by Tate Brook. That ball was over the defender and it got to the Savoy attacker in Scoot.
Yeah, he done well to generate a little bit of power and direction on that. From
as you said,
from
Terry, it's probably Tate has played centre half for the last 5 weeks and now has been asked to play right back, and that's a free kick to Rowe Park for a high foot. But he's relished. He's given Voigt a lot of trouble at the back, but then he's running off him as well. So he's been very effective today. Tate Brook, very effective.
He stayed at home for the first 10-15 and is now starting to get down that side.
Yeah.
Which again, as we said before, when they're getting more with Savoy, they're looking more dangerous.
Rowe Park, from the free kick, go out wide right to Burmeister. He looks to go right to Prom. Ball turned over, but didn't quite get to Scoot's feet, and that's gone through to Kojog, who's gone to the keeper. Again, good pressure from Savoy. Is nearly forced a turnover, but the ball bounced the wrong way, and Voigt is on the ball. Nice little chip through, but well covered by Reece Gillette. And again, his other half of the central defence in Dom Kane was again there to relieve the pressure.
As the last line of defence there, Gillette, as many times before.
Yes, Cooper with the throw in. Who will he go to? Will it be Voigt? No, he's gone to Gilligan. Gilligan's got Brook on him. He's got a couple of players. He does well, gets it to Voigt. Well covered there by Samuel Spadavecchia, and the ball just goes through to the keeper in Nathan Brook, who's got a good leg on him. And again, that ball is going to bounce, which is dangerous. If AJ can get there, it's touched his hand though. So he's put the ball over the net. But again, the number one sin of defending, Terry, what is it? You tell me.
Don't let the ball bounce.
Exactly. And that's exactly what just happened then. Do not let the ball bounce in the back line. It just causes so many problems because the defenders are looking the wrong way, and it's easy for the attackers to put pressure on.
Yep, you get anything on it, head, shoulder, not hand.
No, as we just saw then. So Burmeister, he goes, this comes back to Kojog. He goes, tries to go, but the ball gets turned over. AJ, a little touch to Higginbottom. D'Agostino with a good leg gets it through to Crow. Good body work by the defender of Rowe Park, who we don't have his name, but he's pretty good at the back there, and he's played a nice... Oh, no, he didn't. It was cut off by AJ. Nice layback. Good shot by Spadavecchia, just to the right of the goal that Jack Binion is patrolling, and I dare say he had that well covered.
Yeah, it was hit with a bit of venom.
It was a fair way out.
Yeah, it was. It was hit with a bit of venom, but yeah, he would have had to have dealt with it if it was on target.
I think Rowe Park have given up on trying to play it out. They're just taking the traditional goal kick out. Savoy won the header and then won the ball on the ground to Labrino, to AJ, back to Labrino. He's just on the edge of the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. He looks up. He's looking for someone to make a run. Then he right across the other side. That Scoot wins the header, but Burmeister was there to clean up. And this time, the ball again gets blocked by Savoy. AJ with a couple of step overs. Falls to Spadavecchia. A nice little layoff from Scoot, but again blocked by the defender that we don't have a name for, by Rowe Park, who's quite good at the back.
He's been solid back
He has
there.
been very solid. Voigt has the ball. He goes inside. But Reece Gillette first to the ball there. I think Lachlan Dorian will know he's at a game today playing on Reece Gillette, who's 6'4". He wins a lot of the aerial balls, but is quick off the mark and wins his more than his share of ground balls as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is half time in this round 2 clash, for round 15 clash of Division 2 between Savoy and Rowe Park. The half-time score is Savoy 2, Rowe Park 0. We'll be back in approximately 10 minutes, so we'll let Graham do his thing as he's got his new Savoy scarf emblazoned around him. It's over. We've just gotten underway in the second half of this round 15 clash between Savoy and Rowe Park, which sees Savoy leading at the moment 2-0. Savoy looking to consolidate the second half now, Terry.
Yep, Tate Brook with a throw on the far side to Isaac Crowe. His effort to go down the lines closed off. Tate Brook gets on another throw, goes long to Jack Scoot. He's won the ball. He's cutting in on goal.
Beautiful cutback. Crowe, great save again from Binion. Good play from Savoy, but great save by Binion.
Yep, that was Jack Scoot cut in, laid on to Isaac Crowe, who's, great save from Binion, the keeper, with a minute gone in the second half.
See Savoy with the resultant corner kick, and the number 7 that we've found out his name thanks to the linesman for Savoy is number 7 Mamady. Corner comes in. Scoot gets his head on it. Glancing header though that goes wide. Voigt on the ball. He goes back to Burmeister. He looks to go to Gilligan, but the ball's gone out of play for a throw-in, which D'Agostino will give the ball up to Higginbottom, and this will be another long throw.
Sure,
so he'll be looking for either Spadavecchia or Scoot. I think it's going to go to Scoot, who gets a nice back header, and Crowe again was unlucky. He tried to header the ball down, but the keeper, probably to the keeper's credit, the keeper was right there and just about took it off his head, Terry.
I'm not sure he knew much about it, but it ended up in his hands.
He was in the right position, though. I'll give him that. And here's the man that we didn't know, Mamady, on the ball. He goes long. Nice header there from Higginbottom to AJ. AJ gets past one. Burmeister, he can't get past him. There's been a good tussle, bad pass from Burmeister, though. Scoot shoots on goal. Great save again from the keeper. A header from Ben Higginbottom, but again the keeper, he's clearly been Rowe Park's best player.
I think it's Binion versus Isaac Crowe in these first 2-3 minutes of that.
They've had three interactions on goal, and Binion's come out on top 3 times. So beautiful ball through there. The Savoy keeper's off his line well, though. It was a nice run from Dorian. It was well timed, but Nathan Brook playing off his line was there to clear it. Ball's in the midfield. Spadavecchia gets the ball before Cooper. Tries to get past him and does. Again, under a lot of pressure this time from Prom. Gets past him once. Tries to get the ball in, but Mamady's right there. He goes to Cerizos. Back to Cooper, but it's gone out for a throw into Savoy. Tate Brook with the quick throw. Samuel Spadavecchia into the box. Touch across. Any touch on that would have been a goal from Jack Scoot, but he just couldn't wrap his foot around it, Terry.
No,
it looked like for all intentions that was going to be a goal.
Yeah, it did. It was a great ball, great work from Samuel Spadavecchia, and Scoot just couldn't get a toe to it.
Again, from the Savoy point of view, Savoy, again, straight away putting good pressure on. Obviously trying to maintain this 2-goal buffer, but trying to increase that as well. Binion with the traditional goal kick. Comes out wide to Voigt, who has stayed on the same side.
Yep.
He's now playing on the right wing. So the 2 wingers for Rowe Park have just stayed on the same side. Throw into Savoy to AJ.
Whether that's an attacking or a defensive move, I'm not sure, John.
No.
We said Tate Brook was getting forward.
He was
quite a bit.
And I think that's what they have done. I think number 90 in Prom is definitely going with Tate Brook. I don't think he's going to be making those runs as he was. There's a ball through there. When Mamady probably should have shielded and protected his keeper a bit, he let Crowe get in behind him, who touched the ball, but fortunately for him, the ball went straight to the keeper in Binion. This time, well done to Savoy, to Dom Kane, who, as we said in the first half, didn't let that ball bounce.
No.
Ben Higginbottom got tunnelled by Cerizos, and that is a free kick to Savoy, just inside their half, which Dom Kane will take. I think he's looking for Crowe here. No, he goes short to Scoot. Scoot now looks for Crowe, who gets a good header on it, but hands in the back there. in the back of Cooper, and he's given the free kick away. But as we said in the first half, Tate Brook playing at right back has been very versatile. But credit to Crowe as well, who's gone from right back to right midfield, and he's still very active in the play and causes a lot of problems for the opposition.
Yeah, and the past 2 runs that Tate Brook's made to look at, Proms
he's
basically tagged him.
I think he's doing the defensive job there. Rowe Park have the ball. Well defended by Gillette. The man that we're speaking about, Crowe, gets the ball once, twice, and then draws the throw in to Savoy. A little bit of danger there to Savoy. Dorian looked like he was through, but again, Reece Gillette and Dom Kane were both there to cover up any deficiencies. Throw in from Tate Brook to Isaac Crowe. Couldn't control it. Out of play. Throw in Rowe Park. As we speak, the Rowe Park reserves are all warming up. So I expect there might be a couple of changes for Rowe Park.
Yeah, they're over there on the ball. Could be a few changes. The midfield, probably in the last 10 minutes of the game, were working hard in the first half, but they were looking a little tired.
Rowe Park on the ball with Cooper. He goes back. That's not a very good pass. Cut out by Scoot. Again, Crowe goes to Scoot. A little chip ball over to AJ on his left. Wasn't actually that bad of a shot. He let the ball roll across his body, lined it up. It wasn't that far off target, but
and very capable.
Speculative shot, but hey, so if you don't take those shots, you never know. I'll get back to that. Scoot on the ball, through to Tate Brook. Beautiful slip through to AJ. The keeper's come out, put enough pressure on AJ to make him turn. Looking to cross. He's got Burmeister. Looks up. Little chip ball in. But the defence of Rowe Park were lined up there. Voigt gets the ball. Dom Kane again gets there. Puts enough pressure for Savoy to retain possession. A very, very good ball there again to the right where Scoot is out by himself. A very good sportsman once said, Terry, you miss 100% of the... You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's correct.
So, if anyone on the text line can tell me who that person was, we'll give you a bit of credit. But a very well-known sportsman, not soccer, but well-known. A nice little cross in from Tate Brook, and goes all the way through to the keeper in Binion, who, as we've said, has probably been Rowe Park's best player. Again, well done to Savoy. Didn't let that ball bounce. They didn't get possession but on the first touch, but they have on the second one through Spadavecchia. It goes all the way back to Dom Kane. He goes wide to Crowe. First time Spadavecchia. Takes on one player. Goes inside to Labrino. Labrino's got a mountain of players in front of him. Gets brought down and has won the resultant free kick.
Yeah, they're starting to split the lines again here. Samuel Spud, Ben Higginbottom sort of anchoring that midfield, but Johnny Labrino and Samuel Spud are getting busy.
Now we've seen Savoy with a few different looks on free kicks. This one's probably a bit too far out to have a set free kick from this, but who knows? Let's see what Savoy have got. They've put Gillette's gone forward against Labrino. Beautiful chip. It's gone all the way through, and no one's even got anything on it. And it's gone out for a goal kick, but that was a well-weighted kick. Rowe Park this time do play out quickly because they had the extra man, but again, that last touch has been turned over by Burmeister. Scoots on the ball, and he lets it go out for a throw in to Savoy. Quick throw from D'Agostino to AJ. He looks up. He's got not much. Probably gives that ball to Higginbottom, which he does, and he was offside. I'm pretty sure he was offside there. So, again, Burmeister with the free kick.
And the hold-up play there from AJ was very, very well done.
It was.
He hasn't given away any cheap possession.
Mamadi with the clearance. Higginbottom gets the ball. again inside to Labrino, who's by himself a lot. Goes out to Tate Brook, who just took his eye off the ball, and it's gone under his foot for a throw in to Rowe Park. We've been playing how long, Terry? 6 minutes. Savoy still hold a not a very commanding 2-0 lead.
No.
So
10 minutes being played.
So Prom just got the ball there and has put enough pressure on to win possession for Rowe Park. A couple of little mistakes there from Savoy in the midfield has gifted Rowe Park a throw in on the far side as they look to try and score. Crow gets to the head to the ball first. Spadavecchia, Labrino goes inside to Spadavecchia again. A lot of players around this ball. And Spadavecchia's just clipped the back of Prom's heel. So that'll be a free kick this time to Rowe Park. They've got to get that ball and switch it and try and open it up. It's just, there was 3 defenders and 3 attackers. There's just too many bodies. Mamadi with the free kick, who's very good at these. As Rowe Park look to, that free kick's gone about on the 18-yard box, cleared by D'Agostino. Couldn't control it well enough to keep it in. It's gone for a throw-in to Burmeister on this right-hand side.
Right on cue there, John, with the commentator's curse. He's put in 10 good free kicks as soon as you compliment him. He's sliced it a bit wide.
Burmeister with the throw to Voigt. Left foot, not hit the target. Scoot from AJ. AJ's up the left-hand side. Burmeister's after him, and they've both got a fair speed on their run. D'Agostino's coming into the play very quickly. He looks up. He's going to go back to AJ. He should go inside to Spadavecchia. He's covered. This time Burmeister does very well and defends that pretty well. Gets the ball to Voigt. He can't control it. Again, AJ gets it from Higginbottom to D'Agostino. He's under pressure straight away. Doesn't see the man coming, but puts his foot in and gets the ball back for Savoy to Spadavecchia, who goes wide to Tate Brook. Beautiful ball into Crow. Crow shot on goal, but Binion has thwarted Crow on 4 times just in this half. Crow with a beautiful ball from Tate Brook. Look for all money there, Terry was going to score, but all credit to Binion.
Yep.
He knows what he's doing. He gets in the right spot.
It's a good save again, but as we discussed, that they switch a play there, as you alluded to earlier, John. They switched it straight across and played in early, which takes away that crowding. And Isaac Crow was unlucky.
Corner to Savoy.
Full credit to Binion on the save.
Labrino. Ball's too short. First defender there is Rowe Park. Mamadi is the second one. He gets the ball. No, not much on for him though. Good pressure from Savoy again, and that ball's gone out for a corner. I thought that might have been a goal kick, but it was a corner.
And Mamadi and Samuel Spadavecchia tussled there, and I think there was a bit of a swing of the arm there from Mamadi.
Because Samuel Spadavecchia has only just got up. So another corner to Labrino. This one's better. It's higher. Cleared by Rowe Park. Nice touch from Higginbottom. Back from AJ. Nice first time shot from Higginbottom, but again blocked by the defender, and another corner. So Graham, are we right with our extra commentator? Is he ready to go? Is he? So again, another corner. Labrino. This time, another good corner. Too far for everyone except for the defender. Voigt's got the ball. Under pressure from AJ. Good pressure from AJ. The ball goes to Higginbottom, but Voigt was being held. That's a free kick to Rowe Park. Mamadi, Burmeister looks up. Tries to go over the top of the Savoy defence, which he does. The keeper's come out a long way, and he's had to kick the ball out for a throw in. And Voigt has made contact with the keeper, and he's given a free kick. So is he right to go, Graham? Can we? Okay, with backed by very, very popular demand, we have just entered the commentary box, Corey Bellafemi. So welcome to the call, Corey.
Good to be back, John. I was just floating around the grandstand, had a few beers in the function centre.
That's good. That's
watching
good.
A bit of footy, and I thought I'd pop in to say hello.
Yes,
on this lovely afternoon on at Savoy Park.
It's been okay so far for Savoy, Corey, but we think they maybe should have built on that 2-0 lead, but not as yet. As we speak, Rowe Park going forward again, but Reece Gillette first the ball there in front of Prom.
As we always say, 2-0 is that very dangerous
scoreline.
Yes,
still
it is. In the game, but I was going to say today, John, we normally say we've got good heads for radio, but we're actually on TV today. So.
Today we may be. There is a camera in here. I don't know if it's picking us up, but I think everyone's more in tune to looking at the game with the coverage from Darren on the camera. So again, another goal kick to Savoy. Probably been playing nearly 15 minutes. Savoy 2, Rowe Park 0, as Savoy look to cement further their spot at the top of the table. Burmeister on the ball again. Had a decent game. He goes wide to Voigt. The left footer goes inside. Nice little two-touch game there from Rowe Park, but unfortunately for them, their captain in Cottrell just couldn't keep the ball in. It was a decent ball out from Gilligan, just a little bit too heavy, but that was a nice bit of interaction from Rowe Park there. A couple of first-time passes. It looked good.
I must say, John, I don't actually mind the move of Tate Brook out to the right of the full.
They can just slot Crow up into that position and move Tate Brook across. And as you said, Isaac Crow's been very damaging as well. So they've both adapted pretty well to just a slight change in their position.
And shout out to Daniel Spadavecchia, who's enjoying the game today.
Yep.
Obviously on his lunch break.
Yeah. So Savoy with the ball in their defensive box, and D'Agostino does the right thing and gets the ball out of the air. A quick throw from Cottrell to Voigt, the left footer again. Nice touch to Cottrell. Nice interplay between Voigt. He goes in, but again, Reece Gillette gets there first, makes a beautiful ball to Scoot, who's drawn the free kick right on halfway to Mamadi. Inside quickly from AJ to Labrino to Samuel Spadavecchia, who a heavy left foot touch there has put the ball into Rowe Park, who are about to make a change.
I see our mate Jackie's made the trip
Jackie
down
Chan is, as we spoke about Jackie before, being one of the better referees in the league. So the change has been 21. Joshua Barton has come off, and 15 for Rowe Park in Jordan Cooper has come off. So Barton looks like he's gone into the left-hand side of midfield. As we speak, Savoy have the ball. Trying to slip AJ through there was Labrino, couldn't quite do it. Voigt tried to put pressure on D'Agostino. He's got the ball. He goes wide to Tate Brook. Nearly nicely weighted ball, but not nice enough. Again, Savoy first to the ball through Samuel Spadavecchia to Higginbottom to Dom Kane. Smothered there was Isaac Crow, but the ball's fallen to Spadavecchia. Nice little slip through ball. Tate Brook low across the goal, but again, combination of the keeper and the defenders have got that ball out for Rowe Park. Savoy just can't seem to get that third goal, no matter how hard they've tried, and they've had plenty of chances. The keeper's been very good in quelling any attack that Savoy have, and they go again this time through Scoot from Labrino to AJ. Nice shot, and dare I say it, that they couldn't get that third goal. The old commentators, I'd like to say wisdom, but some would say curse on Rowe Park, and Savoy have just gone 3-0 up.
Well, I think you keep cursing us all the time, John, if that's going to be the result. Yeah.
Yes, true. That was a was a speculative long shot, but it just seemed to bounce right in the wrong spot for Binion. And as you would have seen, Corey, Binion has not done a lot wrong today. The 3 goals that have been scored, he's made some unbelievable saves, but that's probably the one Savoy was looking for.
I think I was at the bar, John, when he made those saves.
Oh, fair enough.
Sorry
fair
about
enough.
that, mate.
And as we're just taking the kickoff, we've got a big shout out to Philip and Sabina DeJoya.
Yep, who are hopefully watching the game.
They are watching the game, John.
Great.
And really enjoying the commentary.
That's good. That's good.
So.
All right, Savoy on the ball again. 3-0 up. Probably half an hour to go. Higginbottom to Kane. Bit of a heavy touch, but adjusts to it. Labrino goes wide to Tate Brook again. He looks up. He's got a few options. First one being Crow. He'll go back to he tried to go back to Tate Brook, but quick throw from Tate Brook to Crow. Chip ball over to Scoot, but no, it was just over his head. So Isaac Crow's probably been the unluckiest player on the ground to not score, to be honest. He's had probably 5 clear, and even then he probably could have just chipped the keeper, but he tried to look for Scoot for a header, but couldn't quite get there. So as we speak, we've got local photographer in Tony D'Agostino coming up. As Corey said, taking a photo of 3 good heads for radio.
Yeah.
So Savoy have the ball again. A loose ball, this time to Tony's lad Anthony D'Agostino. He goes to Labrino, who chips the ball over, but Burmeister's there. He quickly gets the ball out to Voigt. Voigt with a pass that goes straight to Samuel Spadavecchia. Inside to D'Agostino. Beats 1, beats 2. Can't quite keep his feet. He's still going. Labrino on his left, looks up. AJ, quick ball into Labrino. Savoy playing some nice interchange, but probably just too close to each other. AJ lets the ball go. Higginbottom has it on the left. He goes to Tate Brook. He looks inside. Nice little touch from Jack Scoot, but just couldn't quite control it. That's the area ground that from that AJ's got the intercept. He's in the box on his left foot, goes wide. Scoot just got the ball into the box, cut it back, went past the keeper, and Jack Scoot, dare I say it, in round 15 has just scored his 31st goal of the campaign. So for a player in this game to be averaging 2 goals a game is phenomenal, really. So
and let's not forget that's coming back from a serious injury. So.
Serious knee injury, yep.
Yeah.
So. Savoy in total control now at 4-0 with probably 25 minutes to go.
Yep.
I think, yes.
We've got Rowe Park, as we're saying, is making some structural
Rowe Park
changes.
is bringing the captain in Cottrell off. He looks like he's slightly injured. Not sure who this player is that's coming on.
Patrick Hill, it looks like.
Patrick Hill. He played a full game in the B grade.
And Voigt's gone.
Voigt's gone to the left-hand side of midfield.
To fill a void.
Yeah.
To fill the void.
Yeah.
Fill the void. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
John?
Voigt and you could say Voigt
Actually,
and
Hill,
the striker Dorian have had.
Hill is a bit of a lookalike for a SGL player that plays for Centrals in Jack Muirhead. Looks a lot like him.
John Voigt?
No, this one here. The 42 that's just come on. Okay, as you would expect to happen, Corey comes into the box and we all start losing it a bit and start laughing. So that's just that's part of the course.
Sorry, John.
So, but the good thing is we've got vision now. So if we go on a bit of a rant, it doesn't really matter because people can see what's happening.
We didn't ever give Anthony D'Agostino a roast. His old man was right on my shoulder.
I didn't even realise he was in the box.
Like a little cat burglar stuck in.
Again, Rowe Park trying to play this ball out. This time to Hill. He goes wide right to Burmeister. He goes back to Mamadi. Again, this time Cerizos, he's on the ball. He goes to Burmeister again, left full back. Hill makes the run, but Gillette gets there first. Ball goes straight to AJ, to Jack Scoot. Isaac Crowe was by himself. Labrino, nothing wide right as he looks up. Tate Brook now has the ball on halfway as Savoy look to build again. Just a little bit of a not quite good touch there from Labrino. Back to Dom Kane.
Tate Brook could potentially be on his third opponent here.
He could. AJ gets the ball from Gillette, who's going to get it straight back. He looks up. He goes to D'Agostino. Next in the line is AJ. Samuel Spadavecchia. Savoy hemmed in on this side, so they go backwards to go forward as they move the ball across the ground. Gillette to Dom Kane. He looks up. Where's he going to go? To Jack Scoot. Beautiful touch to Labrino. One touch. Crowe to Higginbottom. AJ. Hint of handball, but no. Beats one, beats two. Looks up, tries to do a cutback to Jack Scoot, but didn't get enough purchase on it. Again, Dom Kane cuts that ball off. Savoy look like they are in total control. Gillette to D'Agostino to AJ. Higginbottom looks to put AJ through, but D'Agostino makes a run inside. He'll go to Labrino. As Savoy, with a slow burn here, lads, looking to try and find a gap in the Rowe Park defence. Kane to Scoot. Again, back to Labrino, as Savoy are very patient in this build-up. To Gillette. Labrino. He looks up. Samuel Spadavecchia makes a run. That's not honoured. Kane looks up. Again, goes across to Gillette. Savoy not in any hurry to try and force this ball forward and turn it over. Just maintaining possession. Beautiful ball from D'Agostino. Well controlled by Dom Kane. Chest to knee to ground. Labrino. Chip ball through. Cut off by Cerizos. Little chip over. Not quite there from Higginbottom. D'Agostino has a swing at it. Rowe Park get a foot on it, but the keeper didn't pick it up just in case. Burmeister, a rare mistake from him, steps over the ball. AJ is now on the ball. He's looking for something. Beats one man. Beats another. Beautiful cutback ball to Crowe. Crowe to Higginbottom. Inside. AJ will go back out to Crowe. Crowe looks up. Not much. Now a little chip in, but too many Rowe Park defenders there, and they've got the ball out, but it's a throw into Savoy.
And on today's performance, John, you'd have to wonder if Reece Gillette's maybe triggered a one-year extension on his contract for the 14th year running.
well, when you look like that and you can play like that after not playing for 3 or 4 weeks, being on the bench, and you can come in and play like that, why would you retire, really?
Exactly.
Why would you?
There's not many of us that keep,
can do it as their job. A lot of us had a long career, but not as long as, not as distinguished as Reece Gillette, that's for sure.
Speaking to him a few weeks ago about it, he said it's one of the better teams he's played in where he doesn't have to do as much work. Yeah. So obviously we've cotton-wooled him.
That's right.
He's done some hard years.
Let's not forget Reece Gillette was here in when Savoy were struggling a bit as a team. So it's great to see that he's been rewarded with being in this team that is it's been on the ball for a couple of years now and made his life a lot easier, and has probably extended his career, really, the fact that the players are like that. So good work from Crowe. Gets the ball back in the box to Jack Scoot, but he can't quite control it. And could have been a pass back there, but
I think he's done it. He's sort of shoved the Rowe Park player into his oncoming goalkeeper.
Did he? I thought the keeper come out and make. Yeah, but anyhow,
it's a bit of a body push there. But
anyhow, it was no free kick because the ball ended up in the Rowe Park keeper's hand. But it looked like the Rowe Park keeper in Binion might have landed on his own player in Burmeister, and I reckon he might have had the wind knocked out of him, Corey and Terry.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's... So the the trainers come on, so we're going to have a little break here. So how long have we been playing, Terry? How long have we got to go? What, 16 minutes to go?
We played 30 minutes, so yeah.
So Savoy are 4-0 up in their quest to win the title, but as importantly to go into Division 1 next year. This game obviously been playing on the Saturday. Savoy have a 4-0 buffer, a 4-point buffer, because the game was awarded to Unley, but Modbury do have 7 days to appeal that decision. So
what lawyer are they going to get, John?
not sure if they even are going to appeal it, but
Johnny Cochran,
they could.
OJ's lawyer.
It could. It might take a few years for that for that hearing to get through, though, if you put Johnny on it.
I have heard in the corridors they're approaching Patrick Cripps's lawyer. So,
well, if they do that, he'll get off for sure, but only if the AFL were adjudicating.
As long as I don't contact Dennis Danuto from the castle.
It's all in the vibe.
It's about the vibe.
It's all in the vibe.
All about the vibe.
That's what it is. It's all about the vibe.
Well, it might have been the vibe on that day.
Rowe Park with the throw-in as they look to try and score. Again, Crow, who really has been everywhere today. I think I've mentioned his name as much as anyone else, to be honest.
that side has been very effective for Savoy down there.
Eddie Prom with the throw-in to Dorian, who gets dispossessed by, dare I say it, Crow. Quick ball in from the substitute in Barton, but that goes straight through to the Savoy keeper in Nathan Brook, who rolls the ball out to Dom Kane's feet.
Running some new footwear, Crow. Terry, you're the king of boots, mate. Do you see what he's running?
I can't really see that.
Like all black,
unusually, they're all black.
Grass cat Asics sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 100% what he's running.
Oh, thanks.
Just maybe seen him on the way past there.
Clarified by the boot king.
Yeah. And we've got Nathan Brook in possession here, we'll be seeing out this final game with his flowing mullet.
Tonight, the mullet gets cut tonight for charity
Thank God for that.
at a little event at Savoy.
Yeah.
So I think the club has raised over $2,000 for men's mental health. So
I think it's nearly 3, John.
is it nearly 3 now? Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Sorry. And as I say, Higginbottom running at the defence. He slips it wide to AJ. The ball's going to drop for Samuel Spadavecchia. But the shot got deflected on the way through, and it's gone out for a corner to Savoy.
So, yes, and speaking of nice haircuts, we've got one in the balcony out there.
Oh,
that
that's
you can see.
one of the best in Piri.
So, yeah.
A lot of people listening will know exactly who we're
I
talking
did not know
about.
you could run a perm through a mullet.
No, but
So-
someone has found a way to actually do it.
For those of you listening, I don't even have to mention a name.
Savoy from
unlucky
the
there.
Savoy from the resultant corner has put a flying shot, and the
Trainer
player that's off the ground getting treatment, the trainer nearly copped it flush on the
He
scone.
did cop it flush on the scone.
He did he?
Yes, he copped it.
Oh, sorry, he did
took it well,
cop it
though.
flush
He
on
took
the
it well.
scone.
while treating Bergmeister for a head injury.
So
I would have thought they could probably move him a little bit further
away from the
goal.
play,
I
yeah.
think that's what they.
I think that's what. Oh no, there's been a substitution. Samuel Spadavecchia has come off for Jack Wolf. Jack Wolf has come on for Samuel Spadavecchia, who's
And Patrick Cumming has come on as well.
and who has come off for him? Tate Brook, by the looks of it. So Savoy just giving 2 of their probably better players on the day just an extra 15 minutes rest at the end of the game. Nothing wrong with that. Give a couple of the young lads a bit of a run. Savoy again look to go forward, this time through Labrino against Voigt. But Labrino's given the free kick away for pulling Voigt down, who stuck manfully to that task and didn't let Labrino get through on goal. Binion again to take the try and keep that clean sheet. So no chance there from
Hopefully,
Patrick Cumming. He put the ball straight out. Didn't want to be under pressure.
Hopefully Nathan Brook doesn't end up like Samson did, John, when they cut his hair.
And he Yeah, and lost
Lose
all of his power.
Goalkeeping powers.
Yes, exactly. We don't. Well, he's not cutting it all off. He's just getting rid of the mullet,
Well, I don't
as we
think
call
Samson
it.
cut all his hair off too, Johnny. Just trimmed
Okay,
it.
right. Well, let's not do that. Wolf with his first touch goes to Higginbottom, whose touch is cut out by Hill. He looks up and goes to Voigt, looking for Dorian, but he's going to have a go from there, and it wasn't not the worst shot I've ever seen. Got a nice left foot on him, Voigt, but it was the keeper had it covered. It was sailing wide pretty much from the start. Savoy play the ball out from the keeper in Brook to Dom Kane, who comes wide left to D'Agostino. Left again to AJ. D'Agostino looks up. Not much to go, but he's got Jack Wolf all by himself in the middle of the park. He looks up and he tries to slip Crow through. Labrino makes an overlapping run. Crow gets fouled, but play allowed to go on, advantage. Beautiful run from Cumming. Slips the ball back, but just puts a bit too much power on it. It's gone right over the back to AJ, and he's put that out, the Rowe Park have put that out for a throw into Savoy.
Mammoth overlapping run there.
It was from Cumming. It was great. I think he's been watching Tape Brook all day and just copied, which is nothing wrong with that.
And who do you think's had a better game today, John? Do you think Crow or Power in the reserves? You know, with no thing for the showdown tonight, Crow or Power? Which one?
I think Crow would slightly shade him, just slightly, because he's played more game time. Throw in from Savoy, from Higginbottom, goes all the way through for a corner to Savoy. I was a little bit slow off the mark there, Terry. Sorry, mate.
That's a bit smart.
It was a little bit slow, but
there wouldn't be many sides with a Crow and a Power in their side. You wouldn't.
That
imagine,
is true. That is true. Might have to match them up tonight at the show.
That's
D'Agostino. Ooh, hint of handball. No. Ball's come through to Crow. Again, his shot gets blocked. He can't buy a shot. By Zach Crow. Wolf out to the fellow substitute in Cumming. He gets the ball in, but Rowe Park are first to that ball. Cumming to Crow. Bit of a short pass there to Wolf. Wolf gets the ball back from a short pass. Goes to Higginbottom. To Gillette. To Kane. AJ on the left. Goes inside again to Higginbottom. Gets the ball back. Right on halfway. Wolf presents. He looks up. He wants Labrino, I think, but he was covered and went wide, and he was covered as well. Dorian with not a very good first touch, and Wolf has cleaned up his own mess by giving the ball to Crow. He goes wide right. Labrino. Crow makes another run and gets the ball back. Looks up. He's got one Rowe Park player to beat. Beautiful cross. Looked good, but just a little bit too much on it. D'Agostino with the ball at his feet. He's going to have a crack. And it's gone wide right. Hey, he's probably got every right to have a shot too. Yeah, the Rowe Park coach in Andrew Brook is going to make another couple of substitutions with who have we got coming off? Dorian's coming off, and who was the other one that came off? 90. Prom came off, and on comes Venor, and don't know who number 2 is. Not sure. We don't have his name. He did play in the reserves though, I think. So yeah. 6 minutes to play. Savoy 4, Rowe Park 0. Jack Wolf with the ball on the right hand side. Nice little touch from Crow, but Rowe Park get to it first. Ball drops to Higginbottom. He goes wide to Cumming. Nice ball to Scoot's feet. Beautiful turn. Shot blocked though. Well blocked by Cerizos. D'Agostino gets first the ball. Nice little touch. Get the ball away from Hill to AJ. And Savoy again look to build from the back. Goes all the way back to the keeper in Nathan Brook. He'll go wide to Dom Kane, who should then go to Patrick Cumming. Probably hasn't made the right angle there, but Kane goes over the top to Jack Scoot, who made a nice header. 2 Savoy players put pressure on the keeper, but his ball goes straight to Crow inside to Labrino, just over his head. Mamadi's got the ball at his feet. He'll go look for Burmeister, who's got it on the right. Looks up, goes inside to the new player that's on for Rowe Park. Ball comes through, but Dom Kane's there first. Goes all the way across the other side of the ground to Crow. Not his best touch. The ball falls for Voigt. He's in the box, lines up, has a shot. The direction of the shot was fine, but it just sailed over the crossbar.
Voigt's looked pretty lively when he's come on, hasn't he?
Well, Voigt's played the whole game.
Has he really?
Yes, he just got changed positionally. He was on.
As previously mentioned, John, I was at the bar for a lot of the first half.
he was on the left-hand side here in the first half. But when the substitute was made, they've put him to the left side of midfield. He looks a decent player, actually. Another deep ball there from Savoy. The ball's played back. Mamadi did not even look then, and he played the ball back to his keeper. And AJ, if he was half a second quicker, he probably would have been through on goal.
So with around 5 minutes to go, will Savoy add any more goals? Or?
I think Savoy would be happy with clean sheet and the score as is. If they can add to it, great. But I think clean sheet is what they'd be after right now. Not long to go.
Or another Scoot hat-trick, potentially?
Potentially. AJ, ball at his feet. He goes to Higginbottom, to Labrino, back to AJ. Patrick Cumming makes a run. Ball gets smashed into the box, but no one can control it, and Hill puts the ball out for a throw-in to Savoy. As Terry said, probably 4 minutes of time to go. D'Agostino with the throw-in. To Wolf, nice touch from Wolf, back to D'Agostino. Gets past one player, looks to put Labrino through and does. He keeps the ball in, but Burmeister gets there first, and that ball I think went out. No, the referee, the linesman said the ball didn't go out, and Savoy have through Higginbottom have won the free kick. So the linesman was spot on there. All of the ball didn't cross all of the line. Free kick, AJ. Ben Higginbottom goes wide to Cumming. He's going to cross the ball in. Decent cross too. Just couldn't get to Labrino. It was just behind him. Crow, again, putting a lot of pressure on the defence of Rowe Park, and has won a corner for Savoy. We've been playing 43 minutes. Savoy lead 4-0 and have a corner. This time, again, from this side has been Labrino all day taking these throw-ins. The sun's shining through the clouds, a little bit cloudy.
40-year-old Gillette is moving up for the corner. Wouldn't mind seeing him getting a nice towering header.
It would. Labrino, nice corner too.
Oh.
Gillette, it almost landed straight on his head. It could have been a great call from Corey. It went through the back. Wolf's got the ball. He goes inside to Higginbottom. Savoy again control the play with Dom Kane, who puts a ball on Labrino's chest for great play. A nice ball in from Labrino, but just a little bit too deep. That was some passing and control there from a couple of Savoy players.
Yeah.
Boys.
Well, these are the days where you can try those sort of things.
Yeah.
When you're not pressured too much, you tend to bring out some, I won't say party tricks, but the pressure's off, so you try those sort of 40-yard switches and
Gilligan
impossible balls.
Goes to Mamadi. Again, pressure from Savoy causes a turnover. Scoot has the ball at his feet. Could have been a hint of handball, but not paid by the ref. Higginbottom has done a mountain of work today. So has D'Agostino. The whole Savoy team has, to be fair. Cumming has the ball. He goes inside to Wolf. Nice little byplay between the two of them. Back to Cumming. Goes to Labrino's feet. He looks up. He tries to find Higginbottom, but Mamadi was all over that. Rowe Park through Voigt. Nice ball through to Hill. Has he got enough to get there? I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. No. Well, he did get there, but he couldn't control it. D'Agostino throws the ball in to Gillette, who clears the ball out of the danger area to Mamadi. Scoot tries to put him under pressure. He gets a double header. Hill has the ball, couldn't quite control it, but he keeps the ball in, only to go to AJ, to Scoot. He looks inside. Crow should be on here, but no. I think Wolf is going to get the ball on the right. Crow again has gone wide. Wolf goes back safe to Cummings. Voigt on his tail. Labrino, ball at his feet. Crow. Savoy looking to try and split this defence. Scoot looks up. Goes. Should have been cut off, but Higginbottom goes to D'Agostino. Again, Savoy very patient in their build-up. And that ball was just a little bit too much on it, and Cumming couldn't keep it in. So we're probably nearly at the end. I would say there might be a minute to play. Savoy 4, Rowe Park 0. Again, pressure this time by Savoy in the Rowe Park defence as they have all day, but Burmeister has it on the right. He looks deep again. D'Agostino controls the header to AJ. He's on the left, but he's got 4 Rowe Park players in front of him. He's beaten 1 in Burmeister. Comes up to Mamady, gets the ball inside, but he couldn't get it there. And again, the ball got turned over. Higginbottom this time. Back to AJ, back to D'Agostino. Left-footed cross, not bad either. Nice little touch by Crow. Couldn't get any power behind it. And I'd say referee Chan would be looking at his watch, because I think we've just about played the extra time that's been allocated. Again, D'Agostino with the cutout ball. Good work from Jack Wolf, who's won a throw into Savoy. D'Agostino.
Savoy next week, John, away to
Manopara.
In another important clash.
A very important
both
clash.
sides.
Yep. It is Manopara fighting for survival, and Savoy are fighting for the title. Ball put out by Cumming. Throw into Rowe Park. Wolf cuts that out. Crow. Is Guernsey held, but play on's allowed. Advantage. Higginbottom. D'Agostino, wide left. He'll go to AJ. Will he make an overlapping run? No, he won't. But AJ's made a deep, deep run. I think he won't get to it. No, he won't. Unfortunately.
D'Agostino's worked his tail off today. I hope he's got a DJ gig tonight at the Savoy Soccer Club. Hopefully he's going to be able to make that.
I think he's got a late set though, hasn't he? So
I would advise him maybe after the game just to go in for a quick nap.
Well, coming from one of the premier DJs of his time in Port Pirie history, I'd be taking that advice on board if I was
as you know,
young
Johnny,
D'Agostino.
I like to pass my wealth of knowledge on.
That's right.
All fields of the industry.
It is the legend that is the Red Room. That's all I'll say.
The industry, John.
Yes, true. Labrino, Higginbottom. Higginbottom was expecting Cumming to make a run, but he didn't, and the ball's gone out for a throw into Voigt. I dare say we played a lot of extra time here. We played 3.5 minutes, and I'm not sure why we're still playing, to be honest.
Injuries, I think.
There's been a few substitutions, but they've been quick. They haven't been... Or pressure from Scoot on the defence. The ball's falling at his feet. Is this the hat trick? Yes! It is! Of course it is! It's Jack Scoot. As if it's not going to be a hat trick. That's his 32nd goal for this campaign. Again, I'll say it again. 32 goals in 15 games. Yep. And he's gone a couple of games where he hasn't scored. So a mighty effort. He just scores goals for fun, this lad.
And we just looked there, and most of the players are looking for the final whistle. But, yeah, as a striker that's hungry, he wanted a hat-trick.
Yeah, and to be fair, the keeper made a half-decent attempt at blocking it, but the power, it hit his hand, went under him and went in for a goal. So Savoy did get that extra goal that Terry was talking about. It's 5-0. Voigt's going to have a crack.
Surely.
Ball goes to the keeper, and that'll do it for today. Savoy have run out winners in this round 15 clash. 5-0. 3 goals to Jack Scoot. 1 to Samuel Spadavecchia, and the other one to AJ. So, again, a historical day for Savoy, and probably not Trax FM, but our association with Trax FM by actually having a live stream. we are going to endeavour to do this as much as we can. We know there's a lot of people who either can't get to the game or who are based in Adelaide that do follow Savoy wholeheartedly and have been a part of Savoy forever. So it's great that now they can see the game as well as listening to some, dare I say it, probably the most expert commentators on soccer this side of Port Wakefield. Only because we're the only ones. So it's us, again, we'd like to thank Graham from Trax FM. He's an absolute gem. He makes everything easy for us and he promotes our club like no one else, really. So to my fellow commentators, Corey,
John,
and Terry,
pleasure.
Thanks again for today. It's been great. The feedback's been good. So in a fortnight's time, we're back home against Seaford.
Yep.
We're not sure if we'll be doing a live stream, but we'll definitely have commentary.
Yep.
But if you want to see what's happening, check out the Savoy Facebook page or the Trax FM Facebook page. And again, that's thanks again, lads.
Thanks everyone that listened. Again, Philip, Sabina and Rosalind down in Adelaide, shout out to you guys. It's farewell from us in the commentary box. Farewell to Nathan Brooks' mullet. And it'll be
welcome to the Savoy bar tonight. So again, Savoy end up running out winners, 2-0 in the B grade and 5-0 in the A grade. So that's us signing off from Port Pirie West Oval, and we'll back in a fortnight's time. Thank you.